Hello my darlings, I hope you're doing well. If you're new here, welcome my dear. Please don't forget to subscribe and of course follow me on Instagram for more frequent updates. Okay guys, so you requested it and I am here to deliver. I have hauled so many celebrity fragrances for the last couple of weeks. I've been really focused on that. So today I'm gonna give you a roundup of the best celebrity fragrances. And I'm gonna start with the ones that I do not have with me, and also I will be giving you some worst ones if there is some terrible one in that range, if you know what I'm saying. Okay, so the one that I used to own, but I don't have it anymore, I actually gave it away to a friend because she loved it way more than I did, but I find it still to be an amazing fragrance, and that is Rihanna Reb'l Fleur. So this one is very tropical. It has some tuberose to it, it has coconut, it's dark, a little bit dark, fantastic for summer nights out. The longevity, I would say it's moderate, from 5 to 6 hours, so it's not that bad for a celebrity fragrance. Let's be honest, in general, there's a massive bummer when it comes to celebrity fragrances, because usually, it's not the main rule, but usually they do not last that long. But yeah, this one is not bad. So Reb'l Fleur is, to me, I would say 8 out of 10. Okay, maybe 7.5, just because it's not that really great on my personal skin, but I know many people love it and I really do appreciate it. Also, my boyfriend loves it so much, so I will give it 7.5 out of 10. However, there is one fragrance that I also purchased from that range that is just like 0 out of 10, and that is a Reb'l Nude, something like that, in the same bottle but in like a light pink coloring, and this is supposed to be a little bit peachy, you know, that like airy nude version of the original, and to me it was absolutely terrible. It was creachy, no lasting power whatsoever. It would last 5 minutes and that's it. Just a massive no-no, massive no-no. So yeah, that's when it comes to Rihanna. I know she also has Rouge fragrances, if I'm not mistaken. They are also very nice. I tested only one of them, so I don't want to say too much because I'm not an expert in that department of her whole line. But Reb'l Fleur is a thumbs up from me. Definitely go for it if you like that type of fragrances. Okay, next one, we have a fragrance that you guys recommended to me so much, and that is Sarah Jessica Parker Lovely. And many people compare it to Narciso for her in the pink bottle, the EDP version, and I must say indeed it is quite similar. I would say it's less floral and way more unisex comparing to the Narciso one. So in general, I would say I prefer Lovely actually. I love lavender note. I love that it's musky. I just really like it. It's sensual, it's creamy. The only bummer with that fragrance, and I had a full decant of it, so you know, I was just testing it out throughout the day. And the massive bummer of that fragrance is that it doesn't last on me at all. And I sprayed my mom as well and she couldn't smell it after 5 minutes. Even though she said it's absolutely lovely, as the name suggests, it's lovely, but it doesn't last. So for the scent, I would give it 9 out of 10, but unfortunately I have to lower my... I have some little tiny flies around here, I don't know from where. I didn't leave the bananas out, I don't know. Anyways, for the scent, I would give it 9 out of 10. However, the longevity, and that's why I'm gonna give that fragrance 6 out of 10, because you would literally have to keep the bottle with you and respray all the time. And to be honest, for the price, I know it's low, but you know, you will go through the bottle so quickly. It's actually better investment to get Narciso. So you know, that's a massive bummer, the longevity. The other Sarah Jessica Parker fragrance is Stash. Unfortunately, I didn't have a chance to smell it, so I will not include it in this lineup. And I know you guys recommended to me this one so much, but I couldn't get it. I'm very, very sorry. I'm so bummed about that. So let's move on from Sarah Jessica and let's move on to Katy Perry. And I have two fragrances of hers, like the most mature ones, so to speak. And I have Indi and Indi Visible. So guys, first of all, look at this bottle. I've had it for 2 weeks. It's almost gone. Almost gone. And this says a lot. I adore these fragrances. Indi is a musk bomb, but this is the most beautiful musk ever. I like it even more than Narciso musk, to be completely honest with you. Don't hit me in my head for it, but I love it so much. I am obsessed with this fragrance. The only downside, I wouldn't say it's not long lasting at all. It's around 5-hour mark, but it's quite soft. It's more of a skin scent. That's the only bummer. You have to overspray so much with this one. So for that reason, I would give this fragrance 10 out of 10 if it wasn't for the projection. Because of the projection, I'm gonna give it 8 out of 10. So 8 out of 10 for Katy Perry's Indi. This is, guys, this is like my favorite musk of all time. Honestly, I love it. Incredible, just incredible. It's so beautiful. It's milky, it's creamy, it's sexy, it's unisex. Fantastic, just fantastic. If only it had better projection. And now we can move on to Katy Perry's Indi Visible. And again, I would give this fragrance hands down 10 out of 10. However, the longevity and projection is close to 0. As you can see, I had to overspray myself like a crazy person to actually smell anything. And when I'm completely honest with you, this is supposedly even better than this one, because this has a rum and coconut to it. Like, what more can you want? It's basically this with added rum and coconut. So they are both beautiful. I would give them 10 out of 10 both, but this one you can barely smell on yourself. It's really hard. It's really, really hard. It evaporates so quickly. It's insane. But it's gorgeous, just gorgeous. So this one, unfortunately, even though the scent is fantastic, I will have to give it only 5 out of 10. Maybe even actually 4 out of 10 because of the lack of longevity or projection. So we have a thumbs up, 8 out of 10, because it's not as bad and it's beautiful. And this one, unfortunately, 4 out of 10, but the fragrance is beautiful, don't get me wrong. It's beautiful. All right, next one. Now we have Beyonce Heat Rush, and this is my favorite from all her fragrances. I also do like Heat, which is more like a fruity vanilla, and to Heat I would give a solid 6 out of 10, just because it's beautiful, but it's not very long lasting. Same with this one. It's amazing, Escada-esque perfume. I love it, but the longevity on these fragrances is not the best. So I highly recommend Heat the Original and Heat Rush, but I will give them both 6 out of 10 for the lack of great longevity. The one from this range that I do not recommend and I actually despise is Midnight Heat. It's terrible, it's screechy, it's like this typical celebrity cheap fragrance. Terrible smell. But this one and the original I do recommend if you don't bother overspraying and respraying. Alright, next. The fragrance I do not have with me, because actually I gave it to my mom and it's gone, but I've been testing it for the whole week and I must say, oh, I actually caught that little fly. So annoying to live on the countryside. Anyways, what was I saying? Yes, the fragrance that I highly recommend, and I must say it has fantastic performance, and it's been around for years, and that is JLo Glow, the original Glow. And this is for all the people who love very clean, soapy, powdery fragrances. It has slight fresh touch to it, but in general it's like a very, very clean, soapy fragrance, but done very nicely. If you love soapy fragrances, very clean vibes, you're gonna love this. And on this one, the longevity and projection are fantastic. I get solid 6 to 7 hours with very good projection. So JLo Glow, I highly, highly, highly recommend. When it comes to the fragrances from JLo that I do not recommend, I must say the Live and Live Luxe are not very contemporary anymore. I used to wear them when I was a kid, literally a kid. So, you know, I wouldn't really go for these ones. But JLo Glow, the original, fantastic. Fantastic. I know many people love Miami Glow. However, I am unable to get it in Poland because it's discontinued and nobody carries it in Poland or to be shipped to Poland. So yeah, that's a bummer. So JLo Glow, I would give solid 8 out of 10 because it's so good. Very, very good lasting power. So it stole my heart. Alright, next fragrances are, of course, by Ariana. And I will be doing a full-on Ariana Grande video, so stay tuned for that. But I'm just gonna show you my absolute favorites. And my absolute, like, #1 favorite is this one. It's Cloud. And I give it, hands down, 10 out of 10. It's the first 10 out of 10 from this video, so there you have it. Ariana Grande Cloud. Great longevity on me, solid 6 to 7 hours, moderate projection, but when you overspray it's actually very good. Reminds me of my favorite signature scent, Baccarat Rouge 540, with added creaminess and coconut. It's just way sweeter and smoother and girlier, and not as sophisticated, let's be honest, but it's still fantastic. I love this. I've been raving about it forever, I feel like, so I'm not gonna ramble on too much. But this one is fantastic. Ariana Grande Cloud, 10 out of 10 from me. Another Ariana Grande is R.E.M, the newer one in my collection. And this one is so beautiful. So beautiful. It kind of gives me Katy Perry Indi vibes a little bit. Similar creaminess, you know what I mean? And they are both perfect to be worn in bed. Such beautiful, relaxing, cozy fragrances. Same as Lovely, actually. Beautiful for bedtime. But this one is fantastic. It has lavender to it, same as Lovely. But it's way sweeter, it's more girly, it's more feminine, even though it still leans quite unisex in my opinion. I wouldn't mind my boyfriend wearing it actually. Oh, it's so beautiful. So beautiful. It also has Zephyr desserts in it as a note, so you know, it's quite interesting. Still leans a little bit gourmand in the dry down, but the top and the mid are to die for. This one is actually closer to the skin than Cloud, so for that reason I would give it 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 for R.E.M. And what else do we have here? The last from Ariana, we have Ari. And this one is a hidden gem. It's her first fragrance, but such a good one. It's like floral, fruity, caramelly fragrance. Very beautiful, very girly, flirty, uplifting, just fun. You know, it's just fun. Perfect for daytime. Very beautiful to just run your errands with. Very good fragrance. And the pom-pom and the bottle. I love these bottles. I wish all her perfumes were in such bottles because they're so much better. The longevity and projection are moderate, from 5 to 7 hours, and projection, as I said, moderate, but very nice one. I love it, and my mom loves it too. So that's Airy by Ariana Grande. Did I rate it? I don't think so. I'll give it an 8 also. 8 out of 10. Apparently I love Ariana Grande perfumes. And we have 2 last fragrances to go through. By the way, I'm not going to feature any Britney Spears fragrances because I've had so many of them in the past and I tested the newer ones and there was nothing really amazing for me. especially that they do not last at all. So I'm gonna skip on that. I'm sorry, but I'm just gonna skip on these ones. But now you know my reasoning behind it. Okay, now I have gems. I recently hauled them, and this is fragrance Sofia by Sofia Vergara and Love by the same creator. I love both of them. So let's start with Love. Love is like a dark, fruity, coffee, sweet fragrance. Quite mature, great lasting power, great sillage, great sillage. And the bottle is fantastic. I love the bottle. It looks very nice on the counter. It is a little bit sour, and also is quite of a mixture between La Nuit Oiseau by Lancôme and Black Opium by YSL. I would give it solid 8 out of 10. I know not everyone may love it because it is more of a date night fragrance, more like an evening one, and it is quite mature, and not everyone might like that strong coffee note that's in here, and it's quite a dark coffee, you know, but I love it. I really do. So that's 8 out of 10 Love by Sofia. And last but not least for today, we have Sofia by Sofia Vergara, and so many people raved about it. I found it so like tiring, and I didn't ever think I would get it, but I really wanted to review this for you, and I'm so happy I wanted to, because now I have it and I can enjoy it. Fantastic fragrance. Very good long-lasting power. Lasting power, duh. And projection. This to me is a mix between La Vie Est Belle and Coco Mademoiselle by Chanel. However, it has so much more to that mixture because it has a very prominent plum note. It's more fruity. It's more fun, but still being quite classy and mature. So love this one. This I would give 10 out of 10. Honestly, yes, I said it. 10 out of 10 for this one. I really enjoy it. So guys, that is the last fragrance for today. I tried to test as many celebrity fragrances that I could for you. Of course, there's so much more. I know there's Jessica Simpson, Fancy. What else? Yeah, there are some other ones that I still need to get my nose to. But we don't have such testers here in Poland. So, you know, if I want to test it, I need to blind buy the full bottle. So I hope you understand, and I hope this was helpful. These are Pauli approved ones and not so Pauli approved ones. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you are doing well. Tell me your favorite celebrity fragrance down below in the comments. I would love to read it. Even if I don't reply, it doesn't mean I didn't read it, okay? I promise I read all the comments. I love you so much. You are my pride and joy, and I'm so happy to have you. You know? So yeah, thank you so much, and see you in my next one. Bye!